to mind.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Triple M, Men's Mental Mind. Today's segment will be focusing on the mental health of men, and today I am joined by three young men from Parramatta Marist: Joshua Thompson, Kalen Pasqua and Brendan Diaz. So Kalen, what do you believe it means to be a stereotypical man in the Australian society?
The stereotypical man in Australia is white, this big bulky man, tough, shows no emotions, doesn't cry, all this courage. And I think we need to change that, because not all young men are born that way, or not people are raised up like that. Like, there's some people who are raised up showing emotions, and there's some men who don't show emotions. So I think we should all just completely change it so it can be equal for everyone else for the whole of Australia.
Yeah, and statistics show that 6 men every day in Australia lose their lives to suicide, and 1 in 7 Australians have depression. So, Brendan, how do you believe that we can break down these social barriers within society?
Well, I think, Thomas, that we could encourage men to talk more about their emotions, because it's statistically been proven that men prefer to hide in this sort of shell, and this sort of behaviour can lead to really, really bad stuff, like, in some really bad cases, suicide. So really talking about your emotions and seeking help from people whenever you're feeling down, even if it's just a small little problem, seeking help is a really good idea.
Yeah, so seeking help within the Australian society is actually very important. So to anyone listening, it is very important to seek help. And as you said, Brendan, us men, we feel like we're trapped in this shell and that we can never get out. So it is very important that you speak to your mates. You've got mates everywhere. So, Kalen, how do you think that we can show our mates that, we're open to help them?
I think a way we could show is just telling them. Just tell them how you feel. Just even, hey guys, something's going on. And I think it's really important that we do that.
Yeah, so thank you. We'll be right back with an advertisement, and up next, Under Pressure by Queen and David Bowie.
Thank you to today's sponsor of Triple M, Flex Tape, the #1 waterproof tape that can patch, bond, seal and repair even the toughest of holes. Prices starting at a cheap $12.99.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the segment. So I've got Josh by my side, and Josh, as you may know, in your lifetime you have about a 45% chance of experiencing some sort of mental health problem. And in Australia, 1.8 million men aged over 18 claim to have some sort of problem. So this number, 1.8 million, that's lower than it actually is. It should be.
Yeah.
So does this mean that men aren't going around talking about their problems? So why aren't men talking about their issues? What are these barriers?
Some things can be men are just too afraid to speak up about their issues to their friends and family. It can be unemployment, people not getting enough money.
Yeah, they don't want to speak about it. And
it could be, probably like girlfriends.
Yeah, just relationships. You got a bad relationship,
all that,
can't deal with it, don't want to speak about it. Yeah,
exactly.
Then you got those health problems that are onset from that. You get a bit more. When you've got physical health problems, you end up a lot of the time having more mental problems. But it is 2018, and you can tell that like men are starting to become more open. So what are these barriers that enable men to become more open about their problems?
Enable men to talk about their problems as doctors, psychologists, phone line services, family and friends, relationships.
Yeah, these are all improving, and we've got definitely. And then you've got your minority groups. You've got the elderly and the rural. So even with the elderly, there's a lot of organisations that aim to connect old people and the youth with our society. And then it enables elderly people to go speak about their problems. And then you've got rural communities becoming tighter and stronger. So you guys come from a school with a lot of young men, and I feel like the issue with young men in school is that they don't feel comfortable with sharing their emotions with the people around them. So I've come up with an initiative called Share a Snack, Share a Story. So it's a day where everyone gets to buy food, and on each container of food there's a little piece of paper, and it's got someone from that school's story about their story of life, how they feel like they're treated at home, how they feel like they're treated at school, and how they're treated by people around them. So it aims to get the buyer of that food. It aims to make them feel the emotions of that person who's written that story about their life, and it aims to make that person reflect on their actions, how their actions affect other people, and it also attempts to go make that person go assist people who look like they need help and go assist people who don't look like they need help, because even if you don't look like you need help, you may still need help. There could be something wrong that you just don't like to show it. So thank you to Kalen Pasqua, Brendan Diaz and Joshua Thompson for joining us on Men's Mental Mind today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, that's okay. And I think it's good that you guys have shown something to have shown initiative to go out in the world and make a difference.
It's 3 o'clock local Sydney time. Thanks for joining us with the Triple M team. See you next Monday.